I wanted to jump on my live real quick because I seen I wanted to put out what's going on with Foogiano first because I wanted to control the narrative before word got out, and I want people to really know what's going on and understand what's going on. I'm gonna speak on the whole situation from the beginning to the end, so there's no speculation and people really understand what just happened and what just went down, right? And I want y'all to hear from somebody who's been in it. I've been at every court hearing. I'm the one that I helped him get his lawyer, Bernie and Bernie Watkins and Attorney Lewis. They did a phenomenal job. But I think what we're witnessing is a real big act of racism, and I don't like to sling that around like loosely, but for me it's one of those good old boy white systems and slave type. So I just talked to Foogiano, right? And so me just talking to Foogiano, by the way, for him to just got sentenced to 5 years was in good spirits, and these were his exact words. He said, "Boom, at first I was looking at it crazy and I was mad, but then he said I might just have to be the person to bring justice to where he's from." He was born and raised in Greensboro County, right? He just did which his lawyer explained, he just did a turkey drive and a toy drive and gave away coats, and he was giving back to his city, his community, where he's from, and trying to change his life and help the people in his community live a better life. He employed so many people through who he is as an artist. He's one of the type of people, he tried to feed his, matter of fact, Foogiano got signed with me because he won a showcase, and it was $10,000. He was down to his last $25. He spent all the money in his pocket, every dime in his pocket, to enter the showcase. When he won the showcase, I gave him $10,000 cash. The first thing he did was start giving it away to all his family and all his homeboys and all his loved ones. He was crying. He was passionate. This is the type of character of dude that Foogiano is, right? So that being said, all that he's tries to do for the city of Greensboro, for them to do him how they just did him, to me is racist. They wouldn't do no white person like that at all. Now, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the internet, right, where people are talking about, oh, he cut the ankle monitor, woo, woo, woo. Now, I want to remind you, right, first off, they set him up. They followed him from his house. He was in the back seat of a truck with his partner. His partner, and I ain't finna put nobody's names out here because that's not what I do, but his partner, even though they accepted the charges and everything, his partner said that was his gun. Foogiano is a convicted felon. He paid all of his probation. He owed no more money on his probation. For some reason, they didn't send his paperwork in for him to be released from his probation, even though he paid all his fine money. You get where I'm coming from? So on top of that, they still locked him up and gave him a $50,000 bond, cash bond. They said, this was the exact words from Greensboro County. Oh, since you got so much money, we're gonna make it a $50,000 cash bond. That's unheard of. They for a charge that somebody else, they got all the bill of sales. They're admitting this is my gun, and his brother was next to him who was locked up for gun charges. They didn't even lock him up at all. And he was in the car with him. And he had a felony for he was locked up specifically for guns. He couldn't even be around a gun, but they didn't lock him up at all. They wanted to make an example. So they locked him up. After they locked him up and they admitted to, this is my weapon, they gave him a cash bond, the whole nine. He then pays the $50,000 cash bond to get out. The very next day, and the reason why we paid, he wanted to pay to get out, and we pleaded for him to get a bond, because they didn't want to give him a bond in, is because his child was being born. His child was being born any day. So them knowing his child was being born any day, they brought up some trumped up charge in the county next to him and came to his house to try to lock him up again the very next day. My bad. If y'all watching me and y'all see me on this live, please don't stop me. I understand. Don't stop me. I know they're gonna see this. I don't care. You feel me? They done gave my boy 5 years, and that all we can do at this point is fight. All we can do at this point is fight it. So, where was I at, man? He paid the bond, and they still tried to lock him up again. So he wouldn't miss Christmas with his kids, and so he wouldn't miss his child being born. He then fled. He burnt this ankle monitor off and fled. Now, he didn't commit no crimes of violence, no acts. All he did was go to the studio, work, tend to his family, tend to his kids. On top of that, he went to Pooh Shiesty's brother's funeral in Memphis, and they locked him up right after the funeral. They was going to lock him up during the funeral. It ain't he was wanted for murder. It ain't he robbed somebody. It ain't he killed somebody for a trumped up gun charge and burning off an ankle monitor. They're sending the U.S. Marshal after this man like he just a fugitive on the run, like he just murdered somebody or something. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So today, Attorney Lewis on the trial eloquently told him why he burnt off the monitor. He was already locked. He paid his probation in full. Paid it in full. Didn't owe no more money on probation. On top of that, he was in the back seat of a car on his way to the studio. The police followed him. I guess it was a tail light. You know how they do. And see, this is the problem that I have with the United States justice system. They say we here to protect and serve. They ain't protecting shit. They trying to find and mess up lives and destroy people on malicious acts. So the lawyer goes in, he eloquently states what's going on, why he did what he did. He intended to turn himself in, giving it the benefit of the doubt. He felt like, okay, cool. Foogiano should have had time served for burning off an ankle monitor. He's been locked up for almost 3 months now. He didn't even expect them to give him 5 years. He didn't expect, the attorney was like, 5 years for burning off an ankle monitor? And they threw away the gun charge. They didn't even worry about the gun charge no more. This is just a act. This is an act of somebody in a country town having success once again, and the system trying to railroad another black man who's trying to change his life and do something better, employ people, help his life, help his family. This man got kids. He got a family. He got little kids under 10 that they trying to take away from their daddy once again. I don't think y'all understand this, man. It's like, I know a lot of people got something to say, but they taking a man who's out here doing music, changing his life, did his time. He was locked up already, hadn't committed any other crime. He had one felony charge. One. He did his probation time and paid probation. And now they trying to give him 5 years away from his kids again for burning an ankle monitor? Not 6 months, not 8 months, not 12 months, not 18 months. They trying to give him 5 years. Not trying, they gave him 5 years for burning off an ankle monitor. Over a charge he shouldn't even been locked up for. No way. No way. Because he wanted to see his child being born. Man, I'm disgusted, man. Like, I'm disgusted, man. Like, y'all don't even understand, man. Like, y'all don't even understand how hurt I am about this. It ain't about no music. It ain't about no rap. It's about us as a culture. It's about us as a people. Like, something has to be done. Foogiano was like, bro, we got to get the NCAA involved. We got to get somebody involved because this is wrong. He said the judge wasn't even supposed to be the judge to sentence him. They said the judge just got back off of suspension for calling somebody a nigga. The racism stuff, bro, in the South is crazy, bro. Like, y'all come to Atlanta, it's sweet, but as soon as you get outside of 285, man, it's insane. It's insane, bro. Shit is insane. It's ridiculous. Man, I'm so pissed off right now. I can't even take out these glasses, boy. Y'all ain't finna give me no Michael Jordan face meme or none of that. But no, I'm hurting, bro. I'm hurting. It's crazy. Crazy, man. Look, man, if you support Authentic Empire, if you support 1017, you support Foogiano, we gotta rally behind our own people, man. We ain't finna let this go quietly. Foogiano just told me, said, boom, if we go. So look.